Okay, so what was the answer? I want you to unmute, or you can use the chat and write your answers. Tell me the answer for number 1. How we got 3 times 4 plus 5 times 6 plus 7 times -2. What is the answer? What did you get?
28.
You can
28.
unmute and talk if you want.
28.
Voice is too low. 28. Okay, so yes, we got 28. And how we got 28? In Java, we have different type of operators. We have arithmetic operators, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and remainder. Then we have over here is the logical operators. If you were not able to solve this part, that's fine. There is a video on this logical operators posted, special video with multiple examples, as we have limited time. So I will go over how we have got like at this far very quick, like how we can get the answer. Yes, we got 28. Students who don't know how we got 28 is just like simple math, the math rules, like the precedence level. Java go with the precedence. The highest precedence is of multiplication, division, and remainder. And the lowest precedence is of addition and subtraction. So when you have the same precedence in one line, you will go left to right. So in this case, which one is the highest precedence? Multiplication. We will go left to right as there are multiple multiplications. So 3 times 4, what do we get? 3 times 4?
12. 12.
Wait, my pen not working. You can use chat. I don't know, your voice is lower. I have. Okay, now let's try. Okay. Okay, 4 times 4, what do we get? 12 plus 5 times 6.
42.
5 times 6.
30 and
30. Your voice is low, or is it my? I have full volume here. Okay. Now, after doing the multiplication, we have 7 times -2. What do we get?
Negative 14.
Negative 14. Now we have subtraction and addition over here, which have the same precedence. Again, we will go left to right. 12 plus 30, what do we get?
32.
42.
42.
42. 42 minus 14, what do we get?
28.
28 is the answer. So as you can read the statement at the above, it says write down what's the data type of this value. As this is
Integer.
an integer, we will write int. Now, what's the answer for the second line? When you see parentheses, it means parentheses have the highest precedence. So we will solve the parentheses first. So what do we get?
7.
I get 7.
We get 7,
I get 7.
7.0, maybe,
The answer is 7.0.
because there's a decimal.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
2.0 times 1.5, what do we get?
Times of
3.0.
3.0.
3.0. I'm sorry about the pen. 3.0. So if I make a mistake, do let me know. My 3 is falling. Okay. Plus 7.0 plus now we have 5 divided by 4. What do we get?
1.
1.25. No, just one. I don't know.
Just 1, because we are dividing 2 integers. So when you divide 2 integers, you get an answer integer. So if you're getting a 1.25, you will get rid of that 0.25 and the answer will be just 1. So there's a simple mistake which many students make. This is Java. As I mentioned, this is going to be the same math, but a pinch of Java. So what Java does, when you divide 2 integers, answer will be an integer. Okay. Now we will add all of them. So what do we get? What's the answer? This was 3.0.
1.0.
I guess 7.
6.75.
6.75 is the answer. And the data type is
Double.
double.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, take a look at the next one, the number 3. Which one has the highest precedence? Which one you are going to solve first?
The one with
bracket.
the parentheses.
The bracket.
six.
So what do we get? 16 more 10. What do we get?
6.
6. Now left to right, as we have division and remainder, they both have the same precedence, so we will go left to right. So when we are going left to right, we have 23 mod 5. What do we get?
3.
3.
3. 31 divided by 4, what do we get? Both are integers.
7.
7. 7 mod 3.
I get 1.
1 for what?
For mod 3. Then 31 divide 1, which is 31.
Rest of the, I'm not using calculator. So what is 31 divided by 4?
7.
7.
7
7.
mod 3.
1.
1.
Okay. 3 plus 1. And now we have 17 mod 6. What do we get?
5.
5? 5?
5. Yeah.
Okay. So now 3 plus 1 minus 5. What do we get?
-1.
-1 is the answer. Anyone who is confused at any point, use the chat. I cannot see the participant list right now because I am sharing and I'm using the annotate feature. Plus I have my chat on the right side. So use the chat if you want me to review and you're confused how we got 16 more 10, maybe how we got this part. So if you're not asking question, I'm assuming everyone understand what's going on. This is your quiz. So you need to understand how we are solving it, okay? Any questions on this line, how we got -1? I'm sorry, cannot see the participant list, but use the chat. You can use the chat feature where you just send the answer question to the instructor only and not to everyone. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. There are no questions. I don't see any questions so far. What is the answer for this one? Double quotation marks represent a string. So string and integer, is this an error?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Error? String and integer, error. I know this is an error in Python, right? In Python, it's an error. In Java, it's not. So evaluate the answer. There is an answer.
I get 52 without the parentheses, and with the parentheses, I get 12. Like 1 on the notation. These are 12.
Oh,
Okay.
It's just 52 and then write all
Yeah.
the string one back.
Yeah.
So you just added all the string as well, just like,
Yes. Yes.
okay. So now you will see a difference when you have a string, because we all know this is a string, right? When you have a double quotation marks, and when you have an integer with a string, it means this addition operator works as a concatenation operator. So this is a concatenation operator. Concatenation means join both of them. So if you have 1 plus 2 like this, one is a string, the other one is an integer, it will be 12. It's just joining. So now 12 becomes like this.
Oh.
So now 12 is a string plus 3. What does it mean? Join. So it means 1, 2,
3.
3. Again, now this
1,
whole
2,
thing
3,
is a string
4.
now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now stop here at 4, because this multiplication and this parenthesis has highest precedence. So we will solve these two first, and then we will come from left to right. So 5 times 6 will be
30.
30. And 8 plus 9 is
17.
18. Now come from here left to right, as all of them has the same precedence, plus sign. So we will go left to right. We reached here 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this whole thing is a string plus 30, and it's gonna be combining 3, 0 plus 7
17.
plus 17. So this is your answer. Your answer is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3,
4,
4, 30.
30.
7, 17.
7, 1, 7. Right? 7, 1, 7. Yes, 3, 0. And the data type is a
Double.
string.
One string.
No, a string.
Oh, sorry.
This
about
whole
that.
thing is a string, right?
Yeah.
Any questions, any confusions? Okay, moving on to the last one. Take a look at the last one. What do we have here? Now we have logical operators, and these operators are known as relational operators. Relational operator means showing a relation between the two variables, I would say, two operands, I would say. So greater than, equals to, less than, equals to. So relational operators are like this: greater than, less than, greater than, equals to, less than, equals to, equal, equals to, and not equals to. So these will be showing a relation and will returning you an answer, true and false, right? Whether they are equal, they are not equal. Now let's solve this. Which one has the highest precedence? This division, 1 divided by 2, what do we get?
0.
F.
0.
0. And don't forget greater, we'll solve this one first. 0 is greater than 0, logical operator. 4 equals to, equals to 9 mod 5. So what is 9 mod 5?
4.
4. 9 mod 5. Or operator, 1 plus 1 is 2, less than 1 minus 1, 0.
0.
Now we have solved the arithmetic operators, all the arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, division, and mod first. Now we will solve the relational operators next. Now 0 is greater than 0. True or false?
0.
False.
False.
What?
So I'm just writing F. Or operator. 4 equals to 4.
Yeah.
True.
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 I'm writing T. Or operator. 2 is less than 0. Is 2 is less than 0?
False. No.
False.
Now we are left with the logical operators. So logical operators are and, or, and not. These are the symbolic representation. Okay, so this and operator, there's a separate video. I really want you to watch that video because that video will take, like this explanation will take a little bit time, a little bit. The hardest explanation is for these operators, because these are operators might be new for all the students. You have not seen in math. You have seen other operators in your math class, so that's easy to absorb, but this is something new. It's not that hard, it's simple. I have explained it with an example. So take a look at that video, but a real quick will be, and operator means if both sides are true, answer will be true. If one of the side is false, answer will be false. Or operators, just like by the word or, if any of the side is true, answer will be true. So both of the sides are false, then answer will be false. And what this not operator does is, if the answer is false, it will make it true. If the answer is true, it will make it false. It will just do the opposite to that answer. Okay, so now let's take a look. Or operator means if any of the side is true, answer will be true. So false or true, what do you get?
False.
No,
True.
false or true. Or operator. Any of the side is true, answer is true. Or false. Now, oops, wait. I have this. Now, or false. So true or false, what will be the answer?
True.
True.
True. So this is the answer, true here. Okay. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
A little bit? Because I know these operators, you can solve at this point, like I know with the relational operators and with the arithmetic operators, but when you are left with this phase, this is not that hard. You just need to understand. For and operator, let
gonna
me
be
do it real
false.
quick. If this is both sides are false, what will be the answer if it's an and operator?
True.
False.
False. False.
False is
True and false. What is the answer?
false.
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 False. False and true. What is the answer?
False.
False.
And the only case we are getting true with the and operator is
True. True.
true. True is giving you true. Okay. So it's the opposite is the case with the or operator. Make sense?
And
Yes.
yes, and for or is the opposite, right?
Or is the opposite. So if any of the side is true, your answer will be true. We'll take the true one. The only situation you're getting false with all or operator is both
Both
sides
sides
are
false?
false, and then you
Yes.
get the false. Okay.
Right.
What about not? No.
Not
no.
operator is just making not operator will be solved at the end. So for example, you have not, I think there's another example. Let me here, where's the clear? Oops. Not operator, this one.
Yeah.
Let's solve this last one. Okay? Solve it and tell me the answer. Let me prepare my note. Is 1 is not equals to 2?
True.
Not equal. Oh, it doesn't represent.
is
2
not
not
equal
equals to
three.
3?
True.
True.
True is not equals to true.
False.
False. Yeah.
Kind of, this is how something like you, that's not equal. But for example, you have like this not operator. This is how you end with the not operator. So answer will be
False.
True.
true, because this not will make false
Oh,
as true
yeah.
and
Not
false as
false.
false.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So this is how you do it.
It's quite opposite.
Okay, now all set with the quiz. Do you have any questions related to how you will be solving the quiz? This is the same expressions you can use. Oops. You can use this sheet. This is in your chapter 2 videos in PPT PowerPoint slide section in your things due task list, and you will find this chapter 2 document, and you have like other two to practice as well. Okay, any questions?
So,
How many? Oh, you go ahead.
yeah,
Just
sorry.
same like this bunch. It's gonna be same bunch, like 2 points each, and I think it's 5 of them and 10 points.
And we are allowed to use only calculators, or we can use.
Yeah, you
Eclipse?
can use calculators, but I will recommend don't use Eclipse. Try to learn, practice as much as possible. Otherwise, you're not gonna learn the concept. There is no point. It's online, it's hard. You are when it comes to the transfer and you go to UW and you study with the students, they have done practice, they know the concept. So then you will be feeling dumb and you're like, what we have learned? I don't know anything about expressions, the basics. So try to do it by hand and then evaluate yourself, like how much I have understood, because things will get harder as we are moving forward into our next class. Okay.
Okay.
Stop the share.
For the
All set?
quiz, how many attempt do we have?
One.
Well,
One time.
One attempt. And if Canvas mark it wrong and your answer is right because of the spaces or extra comma or double quotation marks, don't worry, I will review everyone's quiz and I will fix it, fix your grade. But if your answer is correct, and sometimes, you know, extra space, capital string you have written or capital I and Canvas has marked it wrong, I will fix that. There are no points deducted for those kind of mistakes, okay? The only thing is I need the right answer. Now opening Eclipse, let me share my screen with the Eclipse. Okay, can you see my Eclipse? Yes?
yes.
Okay, great. So I will be removing, you can close this window whenever you install, there will be a welcome window. You can close. First thing is create your Java project and give it a name. Let's say week 1, your project represents that you are supposed to week 1, and then use project folder as the root for source and class file. And let me move this far, distracting a little bit. And uncheck these create module info file. You have to uncheck and finish. On the left side, you will see this is Package Explorer, or all of your projects will show up over here. Whenever you are creating a class or start a code, you have to right click on your project. Don't directly go in file and create it, because sometimes it will give you an error because your class may not be part of any of the project. So week 1, you will say new class, give it a class name, let's say test, or you will give it a class name according to your programming question. So I'm just saying test, or just to get started, or I can say any other stuff. So first thing is it will pop up public class test, but when you are working on a paper or working on maybe on Revel, sometimes it asks you to create a class and do this stuff. So you have to create a class. So test.java is the same. So I cannot change the name of this test over here because once it's created, you cannot change. These two must be same, otherwise it will give you a syntax error. What are syntax error? Can anyone tell me in the chat? What are syntax errors?
Like errors when you make like mistakes from the syntax and semantics of the programming language.
Yes, it's like when you mess up the grammar or semantics. Grammar is the word we normally use, that you change the grammar of the programming language. So for example, you missed yes, and they are detected by compiler. Sometimes you missed, you typo. So there is a grammar. Public Java has said that this is a public and it's all lowercase. You can, if you make this P as a capital letter, that's a grammarly mistake of the of that language, and it will give you a compiler error. Syntax error are easy to detect because your software will automatically detect and will not let you run the code. So when you run, debug your code, syntax errors are there. It will tell you on which line number you have a syntax error. Sometimes it gives you a suggestion as well. Hey, you're missing a semicolon. There must be a semicolon on this, and it's easier to detect. What are logical errors? Can anyone tell?
When the program doesn't perform the way it was intended to.
Like you get a wrong result.
Yes, and whose mistake is it?
The user.
User mistakes, and they are very hard to detect. So what logical errors are? Logically they are wrong. Just like by the word logically they are wrong means that I have done maybe written a code for my physics class or something, or used multiple formulas, theories, applied all those stuff, but I made a simple mistake where I needed a addition operator, plus I have added maybe accidentally a -1, and the answer is wrong. But the code, there is no compiler error, nothing's there, but my answer is wrong. That's what's a logical error, and it's really hard to detect because you have to go through the whole code. It's a user mistake. You have to review and fix it by yourself, the logical errors. So here's a simple code. These are the statements you need to memorize. Java works, there is no points deducted for indentation, just like in Python. So there is no concept of indentation. Indentation in Java is used just for clarity and make your code more readable. That's where you have to use the indentation. No syntax error, no points deducted, nothing happens. The only thing which will give you a hard time is the curly braces. So these curly braces, when you're opening the curly braces, you make sure that you close the curly braces as well. So as I have opened all the code, everything will go inside of this class. So the last curly braces close will be of the class. This represent that this is where my class ends. And this represent where my main method ends. So usually you will see, oops, I have made this a comment. There's an error. As you can see, this is a syntax error. I cannot just write like that. I was making a comment, so I have to use double backslash for a single line comment. For a multi-line comment, as you are already aware of the comments, the only difference with different programming languages are the syntax, the grammar. As you can see, in Python, there is a different way of commenting. In Java, there is a different way of commenting. This is a multi-line comment. This is the comment header. The class header you will see in your assignment files description, which are you have to submit on Canvas, which will ask you, hey, write the method head, the comment header. So this is a comment header. You write your name, you write your instructor name, then you write your assignment name, assignment number, then you write the description, what this code does. A little bit in 2 or 3 lines, that this code print all the even numbers, maybe print all the odd numbers, or you can write this is a test code, it's just printing a test. As you can see, this is a multi-line comment and automatically a star is being added. So for multi-line comment, you use backslash and a star and you close it as well. So star and backslash. If you remove this part, there will be an error. Tons of error. Star and backslash close, which represent as this comment header is closed. So this is where my code starts, public class test, public static void main string arguments. This must be on your fingertips, system.out.println must be on your fingertips. Practice, 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 create multiple files so that you never make a mistake, because this is throughout your whole life as you're learning Java, because this main method remains the same, this print statements remains the same. Okay, so now as we are working with the variables, how you create a variable. For example, I want to create int a, let's say int age. So this is one way I can this is known as variable declaration, where you are just declare, not assign a value. If I say 29, I have assigned a value. So this is variable initialization. Initialization means I have assigned a value. So now age has a value, which is 29. So how variable works, again, system.out.println, I will say, if how you print a variable, you just write the name, age, and every Java statement ends with a semicolon. And when I run the code, it will print hello world and age. So this is the play icon, you click on it. This will ask you, this is the week one, this is the file you're about to run. You say, okay, I'm about to run. And then this is the bottom where you see the output known as console. Hello world 29 is there. And when you want to join, for example, string and something like that, so double quotation marks, this is my age, double quotation marks close, and we will differentiate both of them with a concatenation operator. As you can see, remember integer and string. So this is an integer, right? So I want the value to be printed, not the age variable like this. So I separate it with a plus symbol, which shows this is a concatenation operator, and put a space here as well so that it don't join that much. It's more readable. Run your code. As you can see, this is my age, and instead of age, this has printed 29.
I have
So
a
for
question.
example, yes,
So instead of age, can I just put 29?
yes, you can also put 29. Run. It will concatenate.
Yes, thank you.
So for example, I don't want to, this is known as default value. For example, you say, I don't want to use the default. I know our time is up. It'll just take 5 minutes. There is a separate video posted. So we will have to take the input from user. First thing is import java.util.star and semicolon. To take input from user, there are like couple of steps. First step is import the java.util package, which will be outside of your class. Import java.util. Inside of your main method, you will create the scanner object. Scanner, give it a name, input equals to new scanner. And what the scanner is used for? System.in. As you can see, we were printing out, we were using system.out. So when we want the input, we say system.in. Now this is the object input who is in charge of taking input from the user. So to take input, let's say remove this int part. And so int, as we are taking the age, I will say age equals to, I will call input dot next int, and open close parentheses and semicolon. Sorry, typo. Next, next, next int. And when you run your code, it will take the value and it will print over here. So let's remove 29. We can enter anything in the age. Wherever you run, it will have a different value. And before that, let's print a simple statement so that user know what user need to enter. System.out.println, enter your age, so that user know I have to enter the age. Otherwise, it will not show. It will just be blank, and student will the user won't know that I have to enter the age. So hello world, it says enter your age. Let's enter 88. This is my age, 88. So this is how you take the input from user. This is how you do the comment. This is how you create the class. To take input, you have the couple of 3 steps. Import the Java package, create the scanner object, and this is how you use the scanner object. There are multiple videos posted with examples separately. I highly recommend that you watch those videos. That will help you out a lot. And any questions so far? Let me stop the recording.